Hello and welcome to another video on my YouTube channel. My name is Joris and today I'm here with a video about how I bought FLXD for our ETF portfolio today. Because as you know, we received the dividend of SDGPEX today. So for every share of SDGPEX we received 0.411158 euros a piece, and that made our total dividend received 578.09 euros. So in this quarter, the dividend of SDGPX went up quite significantly, so from 0.3345 or something like that, it went up to 0.411158, and this makes that in total for the year the dividend of SDGPX went up with 5.3%. So that's really good. SDGPX is really performing exceptionally well this year, as it should. So my wife and I, we are really happy. But of course, the number 578.09 put us a bit in a pickle, because yeah, we want to buy as efficiently as possible. So we want our costs to be around 1% or less. And if that's not possible, at least as close as possible near the number of 1%. And with a dividend of 578.09 euros of SGPX and the euro amount that we had on our Swissquote account, and that was 88.10 euros, we would have had 666.19 euros available. And although I like the number 666 quite a lot, because it's one of my favorite numbers of Iron Maiden, it's a really good song. If you haven't heard it yet, then you should definitely check it out on YouTube. But I think most of you would have heard it already. I saw them live a couple of times, and yeah, when they play that song, everybody goes nuts. But you know, at Swissquote, when you go above 500 euros, the costs go up as well. So when it's below 500 euros, the cost is 6 euro per trade, and above 500, it goes up to 8 euros per trade. So that's already more efficient to be above 500. At least when you are closer to 800 than to 550 or 666. So I looked at different options yesterday evening, and it was already late. It was 30 past 11 when I 30 past 10 when I started looking at the different options for us. So I started looking in the app with different quantities on Swissquote, what the cost would be. And here you see the limit 32.85. That's just because the ask price of FLXD on that moment was 32.85. The bid price was only 30.44, and the end price was 32.61. So yeah, I took 32.85. I kept it at that number because I thought, yeah, tomorrow perhaps when the stock market goes up, then at least I have 24 cents room to play with. So 499.49 euros and a cost of 6.74 euros. So a tax of 0.74. And on the other hand, I had 24 pieces for a total cost of 797.58 euros and a cost of 9.18 euros. So 1.18 euros in taxes on top of the 8 euros in trading fees. So this meant that if I would have bought 500 euros worth of FLXD, that the cost would have been around 1.30%, and we would have been left with 166 euros more or less on our Swissquote account. But if I went for the option to invest 800 euros, about 800 euros, then the cost would drop to 1.15%, but we needed to deposit another 125 Swiss francs. And that's sooner than normally, so yeah, I needed to get those 125 Swiss francs from somewhere. So I discussed this with my wife. We went back and forth, and then I said, okay, 1.30% is really a lot, so I want to go for the 1.15%. So we picked the last option, and I said I will take the 125 Swiss francs out of my fund on our UBS account, and yeah, so every month we have fun money. My wife receives 250 Swiss francs. Me, I get the same amount, 250 Swiss francs. But as you know, 200 of those 250 Swiss francs goes to my U portfolio. So the U portfolio is completely mine, and I can do with it what I want. I don't need to discuss which stocks I'm going to buy for it. But for the ETFs, it's of course different because that's our money. And yeah, I have now in my fund account, yeah, a little bit over 500 Swiss francs left. So taking out 125 Swiss francs wasn't a problem. So I did that, and I agreed with my wife that on the 24th, my fund account will be funded with 175 Swiss francs to compensate for the investment that I did a little bit sooner. But this also means that, of course, on the 24th, we will only have 775 Swiss francs to be invested in another ETF. And we decided yesterday that it will be GLDV because it needs to go to 25%, and we are at 10.5% right now. So we need to invest more and more in GLDV. The only sad thing is that the conversion of the dividend, if you looked at, if you go back to the beginning of the video, you will see that the conversion rate was 0.9296, and for the 125 Swiss francs, and in all honesty, I must say that I converted 135 Swiss francs into euros, but there the conversion rate was 0.9327. So you see that Swissquote, okay, they always take a little bit of profit compared to the actual conversion rate, but I can't complain a lot because UBS charges always 0.018 Swiss francs extra on top of current conversion rates. So if we would have used UBS to exchange Swiss francs into euros and then transferred euros to our Swissquote account, we would have been screwed over by UBS. So in that regard, Swissquote is actually quite cheap to exchange Swiss francs into euros, just as a side note. So we bought FLXD today, and you see, taking the margin of 32.85 was a good guess because the price went up, but at least not that high. So we bought 24 pieces at a price of 32.74 euros. And yeah, you see here, total commission and stock exchange fee is 8 euros, and then the tax is 1.18 euros. So in total, we invested 794.94 euros. So now we have 16 euros left instead of about 166.70. We will only receive dividends in the form of euros from FLXD and LDG in December, and this will be around 80 euros together from both funds. So FLXD will be the most amount, and then LDG is the lesser amount, but more or less they will be together around 80 euros. So with the 16 euros added, this will be about 100 euros that we will have at the end of the year. So I need to declare that to the tax office later on in 2026, but that's not that big of a problem. The dollar amount will be way higher, unfortunately, so we will not have enough dollars to invest again in EMHD by the end of the year. We will be already closer, of course, but yeah, that amount will be higher. And I say unfortunately, just like the 100 euros, those cash amounts, they are not bringing anything to us. So Swissquote isn't giving any interest anymore on cash that is waiting to be invested. So in that regard, it's a little bit sad, but on the other hand, I think we made the right decision to already deposit 125 Swiss francs beforehand to make this purchase a little bit cheaper. Let me know what you think about the decision that my wife and I made. If you would have done the same, that would mean a lot to me if you would have done the same. And with that being said, thank you for watching to this video. Please consider subscribing to my YouTube channel. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button as well. That helps out my channel enormously as well. In the last week, 8 people subscribed to my YouTube channel. I don't have a lot of subscribers, but I like making videos. My kids later hopefully will look at these videos as well and then understand what I was doing with all the money and sometimes with the discussions I have with my wife in the evening. But thank you for watching this one and see you on the next one on my YouTube channel. Bye.